You know Classical QED as the station that helps you relax during your morning commutes. But did you know there's also a Voice of the Arts podcast? You can listen by logging on to WQED-FM.org and clicking on the Voice of the Arts page. There, you'll find interviews with your favorite artists and musicians from around the Pittsburgh area and beyond. Hope to hear you there.
You just heard Pitbull Goes to the Club by Buddha Trixie, and after that was The Beths with their brand new single Watching the Credits, and then Crumb with Retreat! Exclamation point. That's the name of the song. Retreat! So you better do what they say. Retreat! So up next we've got Lunar Vacation with Only You. This is also a relatively new single. I don't know if it's off an upcoming album or not. Must be. Should be. Better be. Hope it is. Because it's fantastic. Here we go. Alright, you just heard Similar Kind with their brand new single Face to Face off of what I hope is an upcoming album. Ooh, or an EP. Ooh. And then after that was Vacations with Next Exit. So up next, we're going to hear another new single that recently came out. Everybody's just dropping new singles left and right. I'm losing my mind and loving it. Up next is The Drums with I Want It All. Alright, so you just heard I Want It All by The Drums. That's their new single. If you're not familiar with The Drums, I bet you are anyway, because 10 years ago, they came out with Portamento. Well, over 10 years ago now. In 2011, that is the album they're best known for, and the track they're best known for is Money. And you have absolutely heard Money. It blew up on TikTok a couple years ago, and it was inescapable, unavoidable. So you absolutely know The Drums, even if you don't know The Drums. Their sound has evolved a little bit past the very obvious Smiths influence and other bands in that vein, but I like how they've evolved.
Is there an upcoming event relating to the Pittsburgh art world that you'd like a larger audience to know about? You can submit your event to the Cultural Calendar on the WQED-FM website. Just click on the Cultural Calendar tab at the top of the page, fill out the form, and click Submit. It's that easy. We're always excited to help highlight Pittsburgh's artistic happenings.
Those last few tracks were Backburn by Mustard Service, and after that was Good Morning with their track $10. So, Mustard Service. Let's talk about it. Well, maybe let's not talk about it because I don't know a whole ton about them, but I would just like to say I really love Mustard Service so far, from what I've heard. Yeah, great tunes, great tracks, great group from what I can see. It feels like all of a sudden I was getting recommended Mustard Service from all sides. Like, several friends were recommending them to me. I was getting recommended it on, like, every platform. YouTube, Spotify, whatever. Just all of a sudden, everybody was like, listen to Mustard Service. And listen to them I did. And I'm so glad. Yeah, we're going to be hearing another track by them a little bit later. But first, let's listen to Kid Bloom with Electric You. Alright, so you just heard Electric You by Kid Bloom, followed up by another Mustard Service track, Taking Up Space. And then Winona Forever with Keep Cool. That's cool with a K. That's how you know it's cool. Alright, you just heard Rice Wine with Summer Spent, and then after that was, get this, Professor Caveman with their track Tappy Tappy Bling Bling. And then after that was Ginger Root with City Slicker. Love that track. I've been having it on a loop for the last couple of weeks ever since I found it. Ooh, Ginger Root. Ooh, Ginger Root with the tracks. Go listen to Ginger Root. So up next we've got Benz by Ralph Castelli, and then after that we are going to be moving into another kind of sound for the rest of the night. Viagra Boys, Gorillaz, Joe, Gary Newman, Elvis Costello, some 80s stuff. You'll see. You're gonna love it, you'll see. Alright, stay tuned. This is 90.1 WIUP-FM. You heard Tomorrow Comes Today by Gorillaz and ADD by Viagra Boys. And finally, Gary Newman with Are Friends Electric? That is the question. Up next, we've got 3 tracks. Yes, count them, 3 tracks by DJO. Pronounced Joe, by the way. I recently found that out. It's pronounced Joe. So there. Alright, those last 3 tracks were all by Joe. That was Fool, On, and finally, I Want Your Video. All off of the fantastic Decide album. If you are not familiar with the album, oh my gosh, go listen to it. Front to back, in order, right now. Go do it. Well, not right now. Wait until this show is over. Then you have my permission to go and listen to the Decide album by Joe. You gotta. Okay, up next we have Elvis Costello and the Attractions with The Beat, and then after that we've got Duran Duran, Depeche Mode, and more. So don't touch that dial. You're locked on to 90.1, the home of The Soup. Up next, we've got a request. This is from my cousin MCAT. This is There Is a Light That Never Goes Out by the Smiths.
You're invited to Pittsburgh's July 4th celebration at Point State Park. Look for a show and interactive workshop by the Squonk Opera at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. The East Winds Symphonic Band will be giving a performance at 6 p.m., followed by the River City Brass at 8. Then, finish the evening with a bang by catching the fireworks show at 9:35. This free event is fun for the whole family, so grab your blankets and lawn chairs and come on out. Visit pittsburghpa.gov for more information.
Thank you so much for tuning in to The Soup as The Soup reaches its twilight hours of existence. Thank you so much for spending some of your evening here with me. You can catch me back here again next week, same time, same place, 6 to 8 p.m. Friday for the very last episode of The Soup. I'm going to try and do another episode before then, but if not, that will be the final episode. And then right after that, graduation, the very next morning. So it's going to be a very special one. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great weekend. Coming up next is the Multiverse of Metal.